Ja, goeiedag mensen, dat ben ik weer, mijn 10 en we zijn weer terug met een nieuwe video. Vandaag gaan we een Combined 11 doen, ehm, met Ajax en Chelsea spelers. En ik ben vandaag niet alleen, maar voor ik hem ga introduceren wil ik je natuurlijk vragen om de video te liken. Vergeet je te abonneren. Nou, ik ken hem nog niet persoonlijk, dat is mijn schuld, want ik had hem eigenlijk wel moeten zien laatst, maar ik was helaas te druk. Ehm, maar ik ga dus nu Combined 11 doen met Jasser. Ik heb hem leren kennen via deze YouTube space. En ja, het is een goede guy. Is ook opgegroeid in Nederland, verhuisd naar Engeland. Chelsea-fan. Dus ja, vandaar dat we het in Engels gaan doen. Ik hoop dat jullie dat begrijpen. Bij YouTube kan je sowieso bij de instellingen de subtitles aanzetten. En ja, als jullie vragen hebben, zet het gewoon in de comments. En dan probeer ik het wel voor jullie te vertalen als jullie niet alles begrijpen. Maar ja, de meeste kunnen wel Engels. Maar oké, laat ik de legend maar toevoegen. What's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. What are you saying, man? Listen, final 7-0.
Oh my days.
That's how we're gonna start.
Bro,
You know what I mean? Yeah.
bro,
We
it's
gaan
gonna
zo
be
beginnen,
long.
weet je? We gaan zo beginnen. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be long season for me.
Yeah, the season's looking long, bro. You know, like the other day I had Devante on the channel. Obviously, I think he came in as well,
Yeah,
and he explained a lot of the things for me, innit? Like, cause I don't really watch the Eredivisie as much as I did when I was younger, yeah. And obviously, some of the games clash with the England game, like the English Premier League or whatever, and so it's one of those things, man. You have a lot of problems. Sometimes we
yeah,
think we have problems, but when someone explains it, you really realize some of the problems in it. So
yeah. It's gonna be
yeah.
crazy, man. But yeah, um, I've talked a lot about Ajax, so fuck Ajax for right now.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
talk. Let's talk about you and let's talk about Chelsea. First, about you. How are you doing in life so far?
No, everything's good. Everything's good. Obviously, as you know, I just came from Holland this week, sometime midweek. It was a great time. Holland's very nice. You know what I'm saying? I missed it, but it was nice to be there. And at the same time as well, yeah, man, I had to get back onto the whole YouTube thing, and you take 1 week off, and then everyone's saying L work rate, L work rate, you know? L work rate. So no, life's good, and yeah, man. As long this is what I was saying. As long as your team wins early, you can watch everyone else during the week. You know, you have the rest
Oh,
of the weekend to watch everyone else. So yeah, we
oh,
had the Liverpool game literally just ended, probably like less than half an hour ago. Um, yeah, Tottenham lost as well. So yeah, it was
oh, yeah, I saw that as
2-1 against
well.
Aston Villa. So like I'm watching both the games and successful hate watch, you know.
Oh my days.
But yeah, man, everything's good, man. Everything's good.
Okay, it's good to hear, bro. Yeah, I want to ask you how you became a Chelsea fan.
How did I become a Chelsea fan? That's actually a good question. Because I tried to remember, like, cause remember when it's young, you're trying to figure out like what made me a Chelsea fan. But um, I obviously I grew up in Rotterdam, so I used to whenever I had time, we used to watch like final games. This is when I was really young, right? And then, as you know, I don't know how it is now in Holland, but when we were younger, it's used to you have to pay to watch those football games, innit? So you only have
Yeah,
the basic TV, like in England they call it the Freeview. So like you only get the basic channel, NOS and RTV and all these other channels,
yeah. It's the same,
whatever, innit?
yeah.
So like, and I know the Sunday evening people used to watch that show that was every week. I forgot what it was called. You know, I forgot the name of the show that everyone used to watch when we were younger. I don't know. It was older people used to watch it. It's like a big series that everyone used to watch all the time. Besides that, the one you only used to get Champions League games that used to come on the free channels once in a while, right?
Yeah.
And I remember watching Champions League games, seeing Chelsea, and then when we started to get when I started to go cafes or internet cafes, which we have a lot, especially when we
Mhm.
didn't have a lot of computers at home, people used to go internet cafes. So especially like the Somalian internet cafes, they always have the big television, yeah, and they always show the games. So I remember
Yeah.
going once and seeing this is like '04, I think around 2004, 5, seeing the Mourinho team with Drogba and all those players, and I think at that time that was like I was like, yo, this team's sick. And blue was my favorite color when I was younger, so it kind of is an easy way to get into it.
Yeah, yeah.
And since then, and there was a little period where I didn't watch football, and then when I went back again, it was like, nah, Chelsea has to be Chelsea. Da, da, da. And then obviously you have exams and whatever. When you're young, you don't. And then I think my earliest like memory of football, like after the whole that period, the one that I always remember was the Zidane headbutt. You see the Zidane
Oh
headbutt in the
yeah, yeah,
final.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's weird because that was one of those things that we just turn on the TV and that was on. The World Cup final was on. Do you get it? And then I was thinking France. France got good players, France. And then my mom said Italy, and then boom.
I see.
We all know what happened that day, innit?
Yeah, yeah,
Um, but yeah, man, that's kind of how I got into it. And you could say I was lucky because the thing is, I didn't really know as much about English football. Like I knew, how it was, especially when we were younger. It was all about the
yeah, yeah.
Eredivisie, and if
Facts.
you don't have access or family members that watch the European football or like other leagues and stuff like that, you're
Yeah,
confined to the Eredivisie, right? So you just focus on
facts.
watching the Eredivisie. So yeah, and a lot of the players that we've seen when we were younger ended up in the Premier League, like in Ericsson, Suarez, like do you get it? The what Ajax or Zlatan Ibrahimovic and stuff like that.
Facts.
You want to see where did he go? He left the club, and then okay, cool. So we all remember your striker biting people when we were younger. We know, like
Mm,
I remember going on
yeah.
the bus looking at the papers and I'm seeing Suarez bit someone. And like that's just something from a long time. But that also tells me a lot that we were linked in, like as in you always kind of found that. So the way I kind of kept up with it was, the Metro newspapers. If you look
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
back page, you get the sports, and you
Yeah,
always
yeah.
were able to see the league table. So you always
Oh,
know.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that was kind of kind of more the beginning of me always following Chelsea and then watching more like that.
Okay, man. Bro, you know how I followed the Premier League football? Bro, I just go to teletext. I think it was 818, something like that. And then I watched the scores. Every time
Okay,
I
yeah,
watch
yeah.
the score
Teletext.
lines. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what?
yeah.
You know what? I don't know if you played like because I played for a team when I was younger. I think around 2009, 10, like maybe even earlier. Yeah, and they used to tell us any updates used to come on teletext.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. True,
So
true.
like if the game's cancelled, you find out on teletext if because of bad rain or whoever your next team you're playing this fixtures, everything was on
Yeah,
teletext.
yeah. Crazy, man.
Yeah,
Crazy.
that was all on teletext. So
Also the transfer news as well, man.
yeah, that was also something.
Oh.
Yeah.
J- do you remember your first Chelsea game you watched?
First Chelsea game I watched, I think it was something like Wigan or something. Chelsea
Okay.
Wigan. I don't remember the score anymore, but I remember it was like we beat them like badly. We beat someone. I was just one of the first games I watched. We just beat them badly. I was like, oh, that must be a good team. And it
Yeah,
for
yeah,
some
yeah.
reason turns out to be when Chelsea were on the up. So 0405 won the league and then won it the league the year after as well. So we won it back to back that time. Yeah. So and then to be able to see that, let's say the undefeated, like not the undefeated, the what's that team called again? The one with we only conceded 15 goals, so the lowest conceded.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
Mourinho's team, innit? So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
watched that, but I didn't know how significant it was at the time because you're too young to understand, innit?
Thanks.
So yeah, I watched that and it was like, okay, cool, like maybe this is the team I need to follow, right?
I
Because
see.
Ajax always kept beating Feyenoord. It was became annoying. Like at that period, like it was every time. It's only when we played um like the FA Cup or whatever. Like I think it was it Canfe Bay Baker or was it the
Yeah, 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 yeah.
so
Can't
like
forget
every time
big.
we might be in the final and then we either get beaten or we beat you. Like it became annoying. And even at that time, like FC Twente was good. Like
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
great.
With
Like I
Brian
think
Ruiz.
Nijmegen and those teams were good as well. So like it
Thanks.
wasn't really the league wasn't that like bad to that. For me when I was younger, the Eredivisie wasn't bad. Like did you get it?
Nah,
It
bro.
wasn't actually a bad league. Like
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
because how the levels have changed and the Premier League is looked at like the greatest league, and people started ranking leagues, and all of a sudden, Eredivisie is at the bottom. But I still think it was a quite competitive league, and I was showing this earlier to people on my stream because There's a guy called Nems LFC who watches my things, and I think he's a Liverpool fan, but he's from Holland, so
Okay.
he's a PSV fan, which you probably
Oh
don't.
my days.
So every 5 minutes he wants to remind me, no, I like this, no, I like that. But when he was asking me about the final score, I went and looked, and then it was like 1 or 2 nil at the time, and then I also showed them the table, and I was like, look, the first two get automatic qualification to the Champions League. The third has to go into um
Playoff, yeah.
playoffs.
Qualification,
So
yeah.
it's not even guaranteed for you to get into the Champions League. And then fourth
Facts.
is Europa League. So like we get fifth, five places sometimes, let alone four. So it was
Yeah,
like,
man.
look, it's a bit more difficult because you got to make sure you get as much points as possible to get guaranteed Champions League. So yeah, some people that people say things about the Eredivisie and this league and that league, but it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy, man. What's your favorite Chelsea moment so far in your yeah um Chelsea football life supporting the club?
For me, probably the Champions League win against Bayern Munich for me
Oi,
because
Liam, don't watch this. Don't watch this, Liam.
yeah, Liam skipped. Zay skipped as well. You know, what I mean, Zay skipped.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
For me, it was I don't know, man. Like that's really when I was watching Liverpool, like Chelsea, way more consistently than I was before, and then I started to see like, okay, this team can win it. Like like we had that Barcelona, we beat Barcelona, and then when we got to the final, and you know this as well, Robin, Ribery, like for us, we used to watch Bayern Munich a lot. Even if you're from Holland, because of Robin, we used to watch. But a lot of people, even Dutch people, like Bayern Munich just because
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
because Robin played there. And for me, it was like, well, I want Robin to win the Champions League, but not today. You know what I mean? Not today.
Yeah, I understand.
And that team I played a lot with as well on FIFA, innit? So it was like I knew how dangerous that team was.
Oh,
I've seen what they've done before to like United and stuff like that. So when you go into that final, your goalkeeper makes a save from a penalty. I think it was a penalty. Yeah, from Muller, I think. And you think, oh, we can actually win this. And then Drogba does what Drogba does is score in the final. And he's the guy who got me. Like a lot of people say Lampard's the one that got me into Chelsea. For me, it was Drogba.
I see.
Like to see a striker with that strength, and he was quick even for that time. Yeah, and he always his shots and everything like that was just for me was the one of my like probably my favorite striker to be fair. Even though
Yeah, I
I
see.
liked a lot of other strikers, but he's the one that was like okay, cool. Now Drogba is just like sick, and for me is that he's always turned up in finals as well. He won his game.
Yeah,
He's
his
someone that
stats are
gave
crazy in finals.
night in finals, FA Cup
Yeah, yeah.
finals, and so when he scored that header, I was like, that's it, we won it. Like, I didn't even care about, and that's without John Terry because he got sent off,
Oh
and
yeah.
that guy played left back. Oh, Ryan Bertrand, he played left back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that was his debut. That was his debut was Champions League. So because Cole, I'm not sure if Cole was fit or he got injured. I don't, or he was or the red as well. So
Yeah, yeah.
for me, that was just okay. Cool. We beat Bayern Munich in their backyard, first Champions League in it. That was just crazy. I could have been shameless and said Baku, but I don't know. That was light work. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
light
yeah.
work. But yeah, that's for me. That was the biggest moment, bro.
Yeah, honestly, bro, for me, um, I was supporting Chelsea in that final too because I was, of course, young as well. And you had an amazing team, but didn't win the final, of course, in 2008 against United.
Yeah.
And I think this was sort of the last chance with, the Chelsea squad with Drogba, Lampard,
Yes,
players
yeah,
like
that's
that.
what
So
makes it more special. So I agree with you.
yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
for me like we needed to win it then. That's the only time I can. It's similar to when you look at the Belgium golden generation. When they were like that. This is it. The last year you may have KDB and
Facts.
all that back line with Vertonghen, Alderweireld, Hazard, and then when it doesn't work, you're like, oh, that
Yeah,
you always remember it. And we also have
facts.
this. And you know what? The best example is the Dutch national team. The
Oh,
2010 World Cup. When we both look back at that, because I lived in Holland at the time,
yeah, yeah.
and that was as a kid, you know how it felt. We were so happy we got to the final. I was in school, so we
Yeah.
watched all the games. So watched all the games in. You know how like when you finish school, you go to like camp or something. You go out like for a couple of weeks in the summer or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Like whatever it was, we watched the Denmark game and stuff like that over there, and then I
Oh
went back and
shit.
watched the rest. So like, you know, we had like Ariel Elia and all these other footballers that were doing their thing. You get to the
Yeah,
final,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But you know what it is now? I think the older I got and the more I thought about it, that Spain squad, that Spain squad's crazy. Like to
Yeah.
think that we almost could have beaten them if maybe Robin scored that goal or something. Yeah, was crazy, bro. Like, the
Yeah.
names that are on that are all basically legends, like David Villa, Iniesta, and we still got away with De Jong's kung fu kick. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, the
yeah,
squad
man.
was
So
amazing.
that's an example. I feel like that's why that moment means a lot to me because it's not just as yeah, my club winning the first Champions League, doing something no one's done in London, but at the same time, that wasn't really the biggest thing. For me, it was more like we finally done it, and at the same time, it's also yeah, the players managed to get it. Like a Drogba and all these people. And now a lot of people can't talk as much about Lampard and this guy and that guy because they got a Champions League. You know?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, yeah.
Facts. And what's in your opinion the worst season or moment you had as a Chelsea fan?
Okay, you know, I can't lie. We have a lot in it. So we had we were 10th when Guus Hiddink took over. Do you remember?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I
That's one
remember.
season. But the thing about Chelsea at that time was that we have one rubbish season, and then the next season, Jose will come in and win the league.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's because the
crazy
squad was
man.
still good. Like you had good players and players that were able to play three in the back, four in the back. It doesn't matter. When a new manager comes in, you adapt a little bit, and that's it, right? I think for me, it's the period. My worst season would be. You mean footballing season or when Abramovich had to go? Because that's probably our worst season. As in, if that
Mm,
okay, because that would be the worst time period.
yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
had to sell the club and we couldn't do there's nothing we could do. But I think the worst period was probably I would say for me personally, I think the Poch period was the Potter period was the worst.
Yeah, I
The
agree.
Potter
That was
period was the worst. As much as I hate the Poch period, the Potter period was bad. We
yeah,
had all these players that we didn't know where to put. Like when I say all these players, you literally had Aubameyang on the changing room never playing. Like there's all these playing. yeah,
yeah. It was
that's when
crazy,
the
man.
jokes were about we had to make the changing room bigger and all this. But even then, we couldn't just get results. I think that was probably our worst season. To be fair, and
I
that was
see.
our
Yes.
worst season.
Okay, now I want to move on to the next subject, and that's about the Chelsea season so far. What were your expectations before the season began, and have they changed since then?
No, I don't think so. I think what we're going through right now is not something I wanted to see. It's part of the reason. That's the trophy that made us get through what we go through now, the Club World Cup. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And we're going through this thing where Palmer's injured, the lap's injured, who's the striker we bought to play up front. Do you know what I mean? And then we start naming certain things like I think we had 9 injuries at some point. Cole got an ACL injury, which is the guy who
oh
play on
man,
left centre back, and
yeah,
all of a
yeah,
sudden you're looking at a third, fourth, fifth level, player that you're putting in that position to play, right? I'm not necessarily using it as excuse because my thing has always been, I was looking at it as the manager. I'm thinking the manager, we know he's inexperienced, right? He's not a proven manager and stuff like that. So you know he's gonna make mistakes, and you know that he might do certain things that we might be surprised with, right? So my thing was every season I need to see progression. So last season my aim was to get into the top four and win a trophy. So we've achieved that. Now I can't say top four again.
I
That's not
see,
how
I
it
see.
works. So when I see my transfer window and some of the things we've done, I said, you know what? I'll take challenges. Let me challenge and see how far I get into the league. And if we are in a position to win the league, so if you get close to the end and you're still in it, now okay, I
Yeah,
need you to win it now, right? But that was my aim. So I'm in it till I'm not in it, but I want to challenge. And I've even said to some people that I thought we're going to be second or third, right? And the reason I said second or third was because I was thinking Liverpool might win the league, especially with the way they were playing last season. Now it looks like I'm high or crazy. Then you got, then I was putting either us or City, depending on how City play. Because then that was all based on how we play football, not
I
necessarily the
see.
personnel, the system, how we can play and stuff like that, right? And then for me, it was either us or City, and then it was Arsenal. Arsenal was at the bottom because remember I didn't expect. First of all, I didn't expect them to have the window that they had, but secondly, they still play haram football. When it's like that, it can't expect you to win a league because it's just weird. I don't know how to explain it, but it's looking. You can never predict football for a reason, right? In terms of how our season's going, I think it's underwhelming in to a certain extent. So what I mean by that is obviously the injuries play a part. So people were calling us Palmer FC for like 2 years. So if you lose your best player, you're supposed to be folding. Yeah, you're not supposed to be
I see.
playing. But we've still been managing to get results in certain aspects. And if we didn't get the red cards that we've been getting and losing and throwing away games the way we have, we could have been top of the league. Now that's how close it was. And it's not because of a system or whatever. It's more individual mistakes or errors, right? That's my thing. So these are things that can be fixed and it's not like a long-term problem. Yeah.
I
I
see.
was celebrating when Gusto got the red card yesterday. So the one yesterday didn't count.
Hold up, why?
We're winning. No, because he was winning and it's not someone that's crucial to the team. Like, or
Hmm.
it's not like he got the red card and you can't play him like, let's say we will talk about this later, but like a João Pedro, right? That's
Yeah, yeah,
different.
yeah.
But I'm still also looking at it in terms of I expected us to be playing better. And at the same time, of course, I didn't expect some of the injuries that we're having in those positions and whatever, right? Um, and yeah, I didn't expect to get no red cards and lose a goalkeeper in like the first 5 minutes against Manchester United. Like
Oh,
some of these circumstances are things you don't expect to happen. Like injuries can happen, right? We all expect our team to get injuries and we might lose games or we may not get certain results.
yeah.
But you don't expect that. Like you don't expect to see stupid things that lead to red card and then that often as we have, right? So it has put a spanner in the works, but I think we have seen an improvement. And listen, at this point, it's about picking up points and start to push the momentum. I think the Liverpool game was an example of that. And I think, obviously, the Forest games we only played 45 minutes, in my opinion. The first half was rubbish. Second half is when we played football. So,
Yeah, yeah,
as
yeah.
long as we just get the results, I think that also can breed a bit of confidence and that kind of we start pushing forward from now on. Because as we've
I
seen, a
see.
lot of people are dropping points in it. So,
Fair, fair, fair. And yeah, what's your opinion about Enzo Maresca as the Chelsea manager so far?
no, I'm fine with Enzo Maresca. I think he don't necessarily have money in the bank. Not like he's won me the league title and stuff like that. Like it's
I
not
see.
that good, yeah, right? But he has achieved what I expected from him in the first season. And one of the reasons why we've been saying we need a top four finish and a trophy is because the previous manager couldn't do it. So
I
I
see.
can't expect you to bring youngsters and say an inexperienced manager and say go challenge because we were supposed to be here in top four this season and next season. So I'm gonna just skip. Like it doesn't work. You can't just skip from outside of the top four straight into the top four or even challenge. Like unless you're Arsenal and it's a one-off season. We've seen it before where other teams might not be in a good position and you play really well. It happens. But if I'm gonna be realistic, for me, it was more just get me the top four and get me a trophy. He's managed to get me two trophies. No matter how much you think the Conference League is, you still have to win it. And everyone
Yeah,
expected us to win it. And the reason why I was happy, besides the whole we won all the trophies or European trophies and all that, my main point's always been the team done what I expected from them. When like you expect the team to win the league and they go and win the league. Like they
yeah,
they
yeah.
they've actually achieved what you expected. That's the Conference League. The Club World Cup is only really till late. I always knew we had a chance, but it's only till late I really believed we can win it. And then you saw the
I see.
final, and that for me the final was a moment when we realized that it clicked because with possession based football, if you see the last season with PSG, you remember they were getting beat by Arsenal,
Yeah,
and it was
yeah,
like
yeah.
all Messi and And then the minute it clicks, you've seen what that team can do, because then the manager can trust them when it comes to positions, and I can play you
Facts.
here and there. You can play players out of position and understand roles and where to be. That's the problem with possession-based football. I've realized over time that it takes almost a year to really get used to it and see what happens. So for me to see what the team can do, I've just the season started and things I haven't been able to see that as much anymore. We only really seen it against Liverpool. But I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
we just need that consistency now. So I think the manager's doing a good job. I think he's making mistakes and things that we might be annoyed about. But like I said before, if you want to control who plays and who doesn't play, you play FIFA career mode. You can't force the manager. You know what I mean? You can't force the
yeah,
manager.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
like I know that obviously some things make sense, like play this player here, but you can't really get angry at a manager before the game and before seeing the results at the end. So once you get the result at the end, you can say that was a mistake. But before, you can't say it, because if it
Facts.
works out, you look stupid, right? Because that
Yeah,
we had the whole Gusto in midfield against Liverpool. Everyone was angry, and then he looked good, and we won the game, and everyone was happy. You know, so like it doesn't make sense.
true.
But of course, everyone has their own opinions. That's all fine, innit? But yeah, I'm happy with the manager. I just think that he does have to. I still want him to achieve what I want him to achieve this season, right? Which is challenging
Yeah,
and go get me a trophy or two. You know what I mean? We
fair,
still have
fair.
the Carabao Cup games. We still have the FA Cup games. So I still want him to do with what he has. And but the main thing with him has always been that he hasn't necessarily been back properly. I know we spend a lot of money, but it's about spending the right amount of money. And to kind of give you an idea, I'm sorry that I'm talking so much here, but
No problem,
at the
bro.
same time, is to give the idea is because we have a small stadium,
Yeah,
right? It's like 30, I don't know, I think it's like 30,000 seats. So, and I don't know, it's a small number compared to the other teams, right? So we don't generate as much match revenue as the other clubs in the Premier League that
yeah.
have 90k, 80k stadiums. So we have to make that money from somewhere else, which is where the whole spend money to make money comes from. Right?
I
This is
see.
the things people never tell you. They just tell you Chelsea, they spend money. Look, 40 million, 50 million, 60.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what they
yeah.
tell
I
you.
know, I know,
But
I
those
know.
are part of the reason why we have to spend more money, so that we're able to cover that amount that we don't get from other things, right? So that's why a lot of the times you get a player coming in and out. Then we also use it to bring in talents. And if they end up being a very good talent, you either use them in the squad or you send them to Strasbourg to develop, or maybe on loan somewhere else. And then you can still, if he's good but not good enough to be in the Chelsea team, you can sell him. If he's good enough, or he might want to stay at Strasbourg, you can keep him there. And if he's good enough to be at Chelsea, like an Estevao you see, or Santos, who's been away for a season, they come back and play for you.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so those are the things, and I think maybe not getting the left centre back when we need the one after finding out Cole got injured, and not getting a right centre back, or like even because with me I was fine with the striker, but my thing's always been like, because me I like the lap, and I feel like sometimes you don't just say something about certain players, you need to see what they do. It's not just the
I
big
see.
name strikers, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So I like him. I think his profile suits us a lot, and we've seen how it worked against West Ham and some of Fulham and stuff like that till he got injured. And it gives João Pedro more freedom to go around, and he's actually a front. And you saw that against, if you ever watched it, I mean, if you have watched the Forest game, you saw
no,
it
I
when
wasn't,
you.
of course.
If you haven't watched it, Gu came on, that ex Barca player that we have,
Yeah,
and when he came on, he managed to kind of press and occupy the the centre backs, and then João Pedro had freedom again. When he plays up front, he always drops deep, so there's no one really in the box. So sometimes you get in that position where if the wingers don't do anything, there's no one really in the box. It doesn't help us. So with the lap, it works way more, and he's also like he's a threat in the air, and he's well footed and stuff like that. So it does help us. So not having those players, it's like a minus from the previous season when we had Jackson. So that we went from Jackson to no striker, or someone that doesn't get fed, or you have other problems. So if we had bought a centre back and maybe someone else and stuff like that, it would have helped the manager to be able to still sustain what he's doing, right? Without having to find internal solutions, which is what happened, right? Oh no, you have
yeah,
to
yeah.
play Achampong, and you have to play Chalaba, Badiashile, and I had no issues with Badiashile. Just can't seem to stay fit. He got injured in the Liverpool game, which affects him now. But if he weren't injured, he looked really good. So
Yeah,
yeah, man, I think that's why I'm not really onto Maresca as much because we kind of knew that he didn't get backed. Because remember, like everyone would tell you, well, maybe they need a centre back or two and this and that. So
yeah,
if you had that, maybe we wouldn't be in the position we're in now. But at the end of the day, he's still doing a good job. But we can't really fully judge it until the end of the season, right? To see
yeah, yeah.
maybe he achieves everything or maybe he doesn't.
See.
So yeah, yeah.
And what's your opinion about the owners, the board?
Okay, so we found out today that apparently they're gonna add some Liverpool ex-Liverpool scouting director, the guy who bought Mo Salah and
Okay.
Rose, Mane, and some scout that use data-led information. Look, I told these man already, just use your eyes, man. You don't need no data-led information. Data-led information, too much had the AI and that to scout a player, like, and it's enough. But yeah, so it's a little bit where Paul Winstanley has been the most. So basically, we have two sporting directors, not one, right? What I think both of them, or even one of them, are from Brighton because
I see.
what they wanted to do was, um, what they wanted to do was bypass Brighton because they looked at it and said, how does Brighton bring all these talents and then sell them to
Mm.
us for 100 million? Why should we be paying 100 million? Right? Which is
Yeah,
that's more Todd Bowley and the other owner. So we have something called the company's called Blueco, and then it's like majority is owned by Clear Lake, who's Iqbali, and then the rest is owned by, which is like 30 something percent, is owned by Todd Bowley. So
yeah.
everyone always mentions Todd Bowley because he was the face of the whole thing when he first came in, right? Similar to how Sir Jim Ratcliffe is the face of Ineos. But if there was
Okay,
other
yeah.
investors and other people that were invested in the same thing, everyone just sees him as the owner. Like, does that make sense? Because he shows
Yeah,
respect.
yeah, yeah.
But it's more Iqbali that owns more percentage, and then Blueco owns Strasbourg and Chelsea, 100%.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's a whole financial, business, so you understand. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So with that, they bought two sporting directors, and now we've also had Joe Shields, who's like a scouter from City, and he's the one that bought a lot of the City Palm and all these people. And you also have the Win Stanley. Now the Win Stanley guy, the one that wanted Garnacho, and he's the guy that I don't really like. You know what I mean? I don't really like him because his talent ID is a bit suspect. But yeah, yeah, yeah. He's the one that's been saying I need to get him. He's the player and all that, and he's got him. But
Mm.
for me, it's sometimes you have to move from an objective to another. So what I mean by that is like we've done the whole youngster thing, and that's fine. I agree. I didn't mind it because sometimes you can come up with an idea. Like you've told your mom or I told my mom I'm gonna start doing YouTube. She's laughing
Yeah,
at me.
yeah.
Yeah, they'll tell you, okay, cool. You can try do it. Not laughing at me, but you get the point. All right, you can try, no problem.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
when it works, you don't look crazy anymore, right?
Facts.
And a similar thing with when someone tries to do something that we're not used to, and then that's kind of what our club is doing. They come in and said, "We'll buy a bunch of young players. The ones that work out, we keep. The ones that don't work out, will go, and
Yeah.
then we'll see." Right? Or me, I would have said, "Well, I like a mixture of experienced and youngsters. That would have been nice." But at where we were at that point when they took over, Thiago Silva at that point was gone. A lot of these players were gone. No, Thiago Silva was still here, but if you looked at all the other players at the time, all the players
Yeah.
like Kante, Aspi Kukreta, and all these other players have gone. We had to sell everyone. Pulisic, we sold all of them because they either were old or we wanted to start fresh. So
Okay.
what then happened is we just bought young players, and I thought for me it was fine. I was like, well, they could get used to it. We're not really fighting for anything anyway. We were like 12th on the Potter and stuff like that. And they had the issues with getting managers in and one failed. The only thing with them was like I was fine with them if they brought a manager in and it weren't working. They weren't telling me trust the process and they got rid of Potter. They brought in Lampard. I wasn't that happy, but it was fine. He was there and then he left, and then they brought in Poch. And then when he failed one season, he was gone too. But you keep until you get it right, and then at the same time, my only issue has been recruitment because we've
I
done the
see.
youngster thing. We bought in majority of the players. That's fine. Get an experienced, like get one now. Get me a bit good centre back, or get me an experienced striker, or something like that, right? To get the team over the line and also be like the guy that can lead the team, right? When things aren't going right. Now, are we lucky enough to have a Reece James and a Cucurella and stuff like that in the team? Yes, but at the same time, you need to be adding more to make sure that not more in terms of value, not necessarily more in terms of buying more, just get me quality now. We got the squad and everything. Just get quality to get us over the line, innit? And I think this season showed that if he did that, maybe after winning the club World Cup, we thought maybe he will get that, but they ended up just getting the youngsters again, bro. And I thought, oh man, days. But we
Yeah.
have a lot of quality coming, whether it's now like Esteval, who we bought a year or two ago, or a Quenda that's coming next year.
Yeah.
There's
True.
players that you may have not thought about that we've already bought that are coming in or stuff like that, or an Omega who's at Strasbourg that we bought, right, and who might be looking like he's coming in January instead.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the Strasbourg fans are a bit annoyed.
Yeah, they were angry
They're really
when.
angry. So because of that, they were thinking. So this is why I never saw Gu start for Chelsea, because they were thinking we send Gu to Strasbourg and we'll bring Omega in, and he can be the third striker or second option. But he can't play for three teams in one season. And he's already a Chelsea player. He played for Sunderland. We called him back because we sent
Oh,
Jackson, right? And
oh
you
my
can't be smiling
days.
because we helped you get rid of Brubby, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
When we
That's
got rid of
true.
him, yeah, when we got him back because we couldn't get Jackson, we obviously could put him back. And then they didn't play him because then they can just send him. But then they thought, you know what, we might as well just play him. So we'll see. They might even push it back to the summer if they need to. But at this moment in time, everything. So now the only place Gu can go is back to Sunderland. So if your guy's failing, they might just keep taking back, you know.
Bro, I don't know if you already seen it, but they're not happy with him.
Yeah, so they might listen. We might be able to get him back in January, you know.
Yeah.
They'll send him back, but yeah, that's for me where, for me, I'm not necessarily that happy with the board, and I've said it before. I said, look, if the board Maresca can't be sacked before the board, like the board have to go, and for them to give them almost a 6-year extension, even though it was like a performance based, so they could still sack them, but they ended up giving those directors a 6-year extension after the Club World Cup. Before Caicedo got a contract extension. How does that work?
Yeah.
But we're not happy with them. Look, it depends. Maybe they'll do something in this January, but we still have issues now with UEFA and the Premier League, uh,
Hmm.
and that's related to. It's a weird long story, but it's to do with when they bought the club, the books, and I don't know if you heard it when we got charged.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
little bit.
So basically, Roman was Vitesse and all that. You know, the money was going somewhere. They didn't know where
Mm.
it was going, and so what happened is when the club when the government took over the club, so they said they went through all the paperwork, so like all the books and everything, right? Then Todd Bowley and everyone went through all the books, and then they had to vet. Well, the government had to vet who they thought was the right person to take over Chelsea, and just in case they got any political problems and all that, they ended up going with the current ownership. And when
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
ownership, when Todd Bowley and everything went and looked at the books again, they noticed the discrepancies in the finances. So they
Hmm.
have gone and snitched on themselves to the FA. They said, "Oh, by the way, we saw this in the books, da, 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 da," whatever." Which is why a lot of Chelsea fans are not stressed because we self
I
snitched
see.
basically. The problem
Yeah.
is
Yeah. Yeah.
we done the little selling the women's team and all that. We covered for that. That was fine. The UEFA, I think UEFA said, "Well, we'll give you like a 2 I don't know 2 year one." But they banned us in the transfer window, so we got this weird thing where we have to sell to buy.
Hmm.
So, which is why you saw us kind of move slow in the window last summer,
Okay.
because we had to sell Jackson to get Xavi Simons, or we had to, because it's a UEFA A list. We can only sell players that were in the UEFA A list, so that were playing in the Conference League, and do you get it? So if you're not playing or you weren't part of the list, we can't sell you, and still that wouldn't count. So it was a weird thing. So apparently we still have to do that in January and next summer or something like that. I think it's 3 transfer windows. I think it is, but so for that reason it's annoying that they spent 40 million on Garnacho when they could have bought a centre back or something like that. I mean, you could have bought Henkapi on loan, option to buy. You know? They did a
Oh,
loaded option to buy for
yeah.
Henkapi. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
But like, there's a lot of these things that you can get around that those options there to get. So yeah, we need to. That's why I'm not really as much onto Maresca as I am on the ownership. That's the main reason for me.
I see. I see. All right. Before we go to the next one, and
Mhm.
that's the main point of the video, the combined 11. Guys, I know you are. Smash that like button.
Yeah,
Don't
make sure.
like. Subscribe, follow my guy Yasser as well. Subscribe on his channel.
I
Get him
appreciate
to
it.
8K, 1K before the end of this year, man. Come on, come on, come on.
Listen, almost there, man. Almost there. We're like 749, 48 of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
first.
you're doing
Almost
good in
there.
the last few weeks, man.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Nice,
If I
nice.
if I didn't leave international break, I'd have probably done better. But it is what it is. You know, sometimes you take a holiday. You know what I mean? Holiday.
Have a little bit of reload, and then you're gonna smash again, man.
Yeah, it happens, man. Yeah.
All right, it's time for the goodbye at 11. And yeah, my prediction is, people. I know some people are gonna say combine 11 with Ajax. I'm still gonna get some players in. Believe me, guys. Believe me.
Yeah, we
All
can we
right.
can have a look. We can have a look. We'll see. We'll see. You know what I'm
Which
saying?
formation you want to play?
We'll do a 4-2-3-1.
Okay, fair, fair.
I think that's probably the easiest one. Like the one that could probably go with both of us, both of our teams.
Um, where is it? 4-2-3-1. Where's 4? Oh, here. Oh no, hold on. This is 4-2.
4-2-1-3.
Where is 4-2-3-1? Oh, this one. This one, right? Hold on. What the fuck? No, this is. What the fuck?
Yeah, cause this is 4-3-2-1, isn't it? Yeah.
Hold
So that
on. They're 4-2.
so
Thi-
4-2-3-1.
Oh, this is the one. This is the one. Now I got it.
Now you
Finally.
get it. Now it makes sense, innit? You look at them, it makes sense. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
All right, let's go. Are we gonna do everyone, or are we not gonna include players that are fit, or like what is it? What are you trying to
Only
do?
players who are available.
Okay, that's fine. No
Yeah,
problem.
yeah. So your starting goalkeeper right now is.
But listen, Robert Sanchez, bro. Don't worry, man. You could probably I don't know who's your goalkeeper again.
We got Yaros. I don't know if you know him. We loaned him from Liverpool.
Yeah, listen, just put him in, bro. And I'm never putting Robert Sanchez in no combined 11. Are you mad? Like I don't care.
Look,
Like,
to be
you know what it
honest,
is? I'm confident I can get other positions. I'll throw the
yeah, yeah,
goalkeeper one away. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. I see, I see. Yeah, yours is not doing um
He's not bad at the
really.
moment, but he's made
Yeah,
too
yeah.
many what's it called, like dumb things, yeah, for me to even think about him anymore. Innit?
I see, I see, I see.
I'm tired of him, bro.
Okay, yeah. Now left back.
Easy. Left back is easy.
Yeah,
Left back
yeah,
and right back is locked up.
yeah. I know. I already thought about it. Yeah,
Yeah, you already thought you can't think too long. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Left back Cucurella, bro.
Definitely. Did you expect him to uh, be as good as he's right now? Because at first he was not doing really uh, good for Chelsea.
Mm,
Before that,
nah,
at
I
Brighton, he
wouldn't
was
because
decent.
what happened was he was good at Brighton, innit? But when he came to Chelsea, he had a lot of personal issues which we didn't know about, and he didn't look anywhere near the Brighton player, right?
I see.
And then when he went to the Euros, do you remember when he went to the Euros and played well? They won the Euros.
Yeah,
He played
yeah,
well. When he came back, he was just different. I think it was the under Pochettino the last 4 or 3 games. He played him at left back against Aston Villa, and he was inverting. And I think from that time he's never been the same. He's been amazing, bro.
yeah. I see. I see. And Reece James right back, right?
Yeah, easy peasy. You know, I'm saying the best right back in the league in the world.
Yeah,
In the
definitely,
world.
definitely. Um, did he get any injuries in the last few months? Because I haven't seen anything. So I think this is must be
Um,
his.
Tosin is back. Chalobah's here. Achimpong's here. Fofana's back. Other than that, who someone by the issue got injured. So like centre backs is whatever. Obviously, João Pedro can't play.
Yeah,
Palmer's
yeah,
Palmer's is going to be out for another 6 weeks.
yeah.
Uh,
James has he
no,
hadn't had any injuries, right, for a long
no,
time.
no, no. So James pulled out of international break. He had a scrape on his leg.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
one of
yeah.
the players kicked him, and then he decided, listen, I've played too many minutes this season. I'm taking a break from international, and he stayed, so he's fit, and he played yesterday as well, man of the match, right? You know what I mean, so he's chilling.
I see.
He's 200.
Uh, okay. I'm gonna say
Name me your centre backs first, because this one is a very This
Yuri
one.
Bas has to be in this starting 11. Yuri
Who?
Bas has to be. Yuri
Yeah,
Bas.
yeah, yeah, he's in. He's in. Yes, yes, yes. I see. I heard about him before. Like, he's a good centre back. Is he a right or left centre back?
He plays on the right, so next to Cucurella. Cucurella.
Or on our right? Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you could put him there. We don't have any good left centre backs. And then I'll probably put, I'll put Fofana right
Yeah,
centre back.
I'm not gonna put that.
You could put, yeah.
Okay,
So
I'm fine.
next to, because right centre back is next to Reece James, the left centre back's by Cucurella. So you could
Yeah,
put
yeah.
your centre back next to Cucurella and then put Fofana on right centre back.
Cool, cool, cool. Let's
See,
see.
I'm being
Either.
fair, innit? I'm being fair. But that's another centre back you have that can play left back, innit?
Yeah, yeah. He can, or Bas can play left back as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope I want him to play left back when Itakura is fit again because he's still not 100% fit yet.
Yeah.
So I want Sutal on the plaque of Fofana if it's eyes, of course,
Yeah.
and then Itakura on the left, and then yeah, Uribas next to Itakura. That will be better for me.
Yeah.
Um, all right, let's go to the midfield.
This
I
one,
think
I
it's
don't.
gonna be all
This
Chelsea,
is crazy because you know what it is. I can put Caicedo Lavia. I can put Enzo Caicedo.
bro.
I could put anyone like. This is the thing. So
Yeah.
okay, let's go with this then. Yeah. Who would you put in the 10? Who do you have in the 10? I can't put João Pedro and I can't put Palmer. So that's two of my 10s gone.
We
If you
got
have,
Oscar Gluch.
okay, now listen, we're putting Enzo in the 10, Caicedo and Lavia in.
Hey, he's our best player. He's our best player. If something's gonna happen from Ajax's side, it's gonna be Oscar. But I'm not gonna be deluded. I know
No, no,
he's
but you said
still
if. No, listen, you have to believe. You have to still kind of believe. You're allowed to believe, bro. That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
thing.
But bro, there's a possibility he's gonna be on the bench because our
The way
manager is
you're feeling
crazy,
right
man.
now is how most of our fans were feeling when we went to face Liverpool. We didn't think we have a chance. A lot of fans didn't think we have a chance. So
No, no,
you
no.
never know. Like if
But
we, the problem is this though, Michael. Yeah, we are our worst enemies. We can do something so stupid that even the other day we almost gifted Forest 3 goals in the first half.
yes, sir. The
I know
only
you're
way
bad. I know you're
I
bad,
look,
but I'm still trying to
look
still tell you it's possibilities. This is the thing
the
about football,
The
possibilities. And
only way we are winning against you if you get like 2 red cards and score 1 or 2 own goals. That's the only way.
man said you have to be very, very bad.
Yeah, bro. That's the only way.
That is crazy.
I
That's
mean,
wild.
maybe them even not win a draw. I'm not
Oh,
joking,
that's
bro.
crazy. That's wild, you know. I can't lie.
But
That's
yeah,
crazy.
okay. So Lavia and Caicedo and so in the 10, right?
You know what you do? Yeah, put Lavia and Caicedo, and then actually, you know what? Put Enzo and Caicedo, and then you can put your 10 in the 10.
Are you sure?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm fine.
Okay, fair, fair, fair.
I don't mind losing a combined 11 if I win the game. You know, you have to be generous, man. Not always greedy.
I see, I see. Yeah, Caicedo's amazing, man.
Oh yeah,
Amazing.
the bro is amazing. No. I was on Northside channel yesterday defending him.
Hold up. Who's not rating him?
There's a guy called Bailage. I don't know if you've seen him before.
No.
He's an Arsenal fan.
He
He
don't
came.
rate?
No,
No.
he said Rice is the second best DM in the league
After who?
after Rodri.
And where's Caicedo?
You never know with him. Probably third or fourth. Like,
Nah.
and our Chelsea fans believe he's better than Rodri because they're saying until Rodri comes back, we
I
never.
agree.
We're not sure about how Rodri is when he comes back. If he comes back to that level, then that's fine.
I agree. All right. Uh, let's do left first.
I
It's
listen. I
gonna
can't lie. Yeah, you might have to put Enzo in the 10. You know? You have to put Enzo in the 10. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I think we keep going. Okay. Wingers. You
no,
might as well just
it's not
who's
gonna
your
be one of them.
best wingers now? Let
Bro,
me have a look at this because
Mika Gut. The guy was celebrating like this.
Mm,
He did this celebration against Pek Zwolle.
yeah,
Like, shut up, talk. And then after that, he missed a big chance against Inter. He missed
yeah.
a lot of big chances against
That's the guy.
PSV.
That's the guy Devontae was talking about in his match reaction.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
That's the guy with the celebration. So we also can play Moro on the left or on the right, and Edvardson's on no. No. Who's on the left for you? Gittens? Garnacho?
yeah. It's gonna be Gittins. I'll never put Garnacho in the starting 11 ever. That one I can see. I can see that one easy, bro. Just put Gittins there,
I see. Gittens.
and then you have
Estefan on the right. Come on.
Estevan on the right.
I'm not gonna say Moro, bro. Right now, it's looking like a big flaw. Hold up. How do you spell Estefan?
I don't think he's on there. Maybe
Okay.
Stefesteve.
And there, EST. Oh yeah, yeah, he's there. He's there.
They finally added him. He never used to be on there. And then up top, that's what it gets thinky. I like Veghorst, innit? I don't think he's great, but I don't think he's bad, innit?
Uh,
Um,
who's your striker right now? Because Pedro is suspended, right, for this game.
so
Joe
we either
Pedro.
have Mark Gu, we have the manager sometimes plays Tarek George. We can even play Neto. That's what
No, no,
we've
I'm
done that
sorry.
before. That's
No, no,
Neto.
no. I'm
We
sorry.
got
I don't rate Neto.
Neto's good. He man of the match as well yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. He scored an
Oh
assist.
shit.
Yeah, he
Oh
did. He did.
shit.
Nah, Neto's good when you play him on the left. I think on the right he likes to cut in too much.
I see.
But
No, we
oh,
only got we only got Weghorst. Dolberg is still injured.
oh,
Hmm.
Bergwijn, innit? Yeah, I wouldn't definitely not put him there. I
No,
would,
no, no,
whatever
no,
happened, I would never put him there. You know what I'm saying? Or never. But
no, 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 no.
I don't know, man. You know what? Put Weghorst there, innit?
Yeah, bro. Did you? I don't think you have seen what he did yesterday.
Yeah, he elbowed
So,
someone, innit? Because I watched the Devontae's
oh,
reaction. He said he was playing
bro,
WWE.
bro. So one of our big youngsters or big talents,
Mm,
Bonita, he came in, had a good spell, crossed the beautiful ball into the box,
yeah,
and Yuri Bas scored it 1-2 just a couple minutes before the 90. But yeah, Weghorst, this stupid guy, decided to elbow Walter Goes. Walter Goes is like a defender who's gonna rattle all the strikers with his stuff, but he didn't do anything. But in the game, he was annoying against Weghorst. He's
yeah,
doing it to every striker in the league, also in Europa League, Conference League, whenever AZ is playing. But
yeah.
it was so stupid of him to do that because the goal got disallowed because of that. And he's lucky to not get a red card. He's
Yeah,
really
very lucky.
lucky.
Yeah, that's very lucky, innit? That's very lucky. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, just put Weghorst there, man. But can I not change the midfield no more?
What do you want to
I
change?
know I'd love you, man. And
No
I think
problem, bro.
yeah. No, we love you. Put Enzo in the 10
All right. No problem, bro.
because he's fit. He's gonna be fit. So
Oh, he's fit?
he's fit. Yeah, he's fit. He played last game.
Is Casado playing from this side or the other side? Because I don't really.
Yeah, Caicedo plays on. Yeah, you can keep them. It's all right. They can play. We
Okay,
play with
okay.
both. Anyway. Caicedo is everywhere, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Caicedo
yeah.
is always everywhere. But that's a good team, though. You
Yeah,
still have your
bro.
centre back. You have the goalkeeper, and you have your striker.
Bro, I'm happy with this.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, you know, if let's say Dalap was fit and he played the whole season, if you played well, maybe would have he was probably someone that we would put there. If Palmer was
Facts.
fit, I wouldn't have played Enzo. I would have probably put Palmer there. So
Yeah,
like
yeah,
there's
yeah.
different combinations in it. It's the only
I know.
probably the left winger, depending on how good your left wingers were, that
No,
would have got an easy
they are
chance.
shit.
You know?
They are
Yeah.
shit, man. But yeah, come
And
on,
look,
Ajax
I
fan.
can't lie, Michael. Even looking at it now, I kind of realized as well how bad Ajax is.
Yeah.
I don't expect Ajax to have a lot of players in like in my team, yeah. Not in a like disrespectful way, but you get the point.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I don't
I know
expect
what
to
you're
have a
trying to
lot,
say.
but at the same time, I think maybe remembering a lot of the players you used to have. If you okay, let's say you had that Ten Hag team, yeah, Ajax.
Bro,
Bro,
nah,
it would have
then
been
you see the
Caicedo, Frankie De Jong, or something like.
bro, then
There
you
would have
see a
been the lick
different
at
version
centre
of
back.
me.
It would have been the lick at centre back. Like there would have been so
Yeah.
many different players that would have been in there, innit? So, like to see it like this now, that even Gittins manages to get in easily
Yeah, bro.
when he's
I
barely
was not
played.
even
It's like
fighting you, bro.
it tells you, and it kind of gives you an idea. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, that's a good lineup to be fair.
Yeah, bro, if it was like the if we did it like 4 years, 5 years ago when the 4-4 game happened,
Yeah.
nah, you would have spoken to a different version of me. I was not
Yeah, we
having a
would have
lot
been
of
having conversations, maybe Ziyech instead of
yeah,
Esteban and all this guy or that. Like,
yeah,
there's so
yeah,
many
yeah,
names in it. So maybe Quincy Promes would have got left wing. You know,
yeah.
if he was here now, I would have put him left wing. Just.
Yo, yo,
But you
yo,
get the
yo.
point. Like, there's. I think looking at. I mean, yeah, I know our midfield is probably better than most people in the league. Let alone,
Yeah, yeah,
you know, that's usually a bit more difficult. But maybe if you went down the league in England in the Premier League, you would have probably managed to get some of your players in compared to other
yeah,
people.
yeah.
But you know, it's just one of those situations, right? Like,
Fair, fair. All right, let's go to the next subject.
mhm.
I want to do a quick fire round. So you have to pick one of the two, and you cannot say the reason. Only pick
Oh, yeah,
one.
yeah, fire round. So you just pick one
Yeah,
of the.
yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay, first one. Prime Lampard or Prime Drogba?
I'm going Drogba.
Okay. Prime Hazard or Prime Robin?
Oh nah, bro, you can't do that to me, bro. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. But, yeah, Hazard, bro. Hazard.
Fair, 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 fair. Jose Mourinho or Tuchel?
Mourinho.
Yeah, this one was easy.
Yeah.
Stamford Bridge or an away European night atmosphere?
European night atmosphere. European night atmosphere.
And win the Champions League or win the Premier League?
Um, Premier League.
Fair, 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 fair. Fernando Torres or Diogo Costa?
Diego
Diogo
Costa.
Costa. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, last one. Kante or Caicedo?
Kante.
Yeah, yeah. Kante was
Kante.
everywhere.
Kante, bro.
Kante was everywhere. Okay, nice, nice, nice. And then, yeah, I'm gonna wrap up with the predictions and who is gonna be your stand-up player of the game. First, what's your score prediction,
I'll go 3-0. I'll go
bro?
3-0.
It's gonna be. I think the Chelsea fans are gonna be like, oh, "What the fuck is this guy talking about?" But I would be happy with 3-0.
But you know what it is? I know how it is to be a Chelsea fan. You know, when the day I say like 6-0, it doesn't happen. We'll get like a 1-0 or like we'll play poorly. So let me just be humble, 3-0. Because I was humble against West Ham, we got 5-1. So let's just be humble, stick with the humbleness,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we'll
yeah.
see. Like if it because it's like 3-0 is good enough, right? 3-0 is enough. I know that we'll probably rotate the team as well. Not fully, but just a little bit. And at the same time, as long as we do enough to win the game and not exert too much energy, if you're that, you know, if you're playing a team that's not that good, you want to just kill the game early, control the game, and just leave there safely with no injuries or stuff like that, and just keep it moving. So as long as we get that done, then that's fine. So what's
Yeah,
your
yeah.
score prediction though? Yeah, that's what we're
Bro.
interested. Because you know what Devante
Uh,
told me? He told me 5.
5.
He said 5-0. He said he's losing 5-0. Everyone in my chat was confused. They're like, what?
I'm
5
gonna
nil?
get. I'm gonna go even one more. 6.
6.
Yeah, man.
6. We'll see.
Look, I hope that you. Of course, I hope a result for Ajax. But if we lose, I hope like what you said, maybe 3 or 4 nil. Then Chelsea's gonna be like, okay,
Yeah.
they are shit. Let's slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's let's rest our powers for the next game.
Yeah, because otherwise, yeah. Because the problem is with getting beaten a high score line, it can go against you in both ways. Either you learn from it and you win the next game, or it affects you and you end up going on a losing streak. So that's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
problems about losing, isn't it? So
facts.
listen, and the problem as well is that and which I found out recently, is you have the worst goal difference in the Champions
Yeah,
League.
bro.
I didn't
We
know
have,
this. I
bro.
found that literally half an hour or an hour before I done the pre with Devante. I asked him. I thought maybe someone lied. He said,
Yeah,
"No, we lost
yeah,
4-0 against Marseille and we lost against Inter." And I was like,
yeah,
"Ooh."
yeah,
Considering this team's from Kazakhstan, there, bro,
bro.
you
I
shouldn't be
was
over down there.
I was asking to Devante, another guy, do the Ajax Praat show with Milan. Are
Yeah,
we gonna score our first Champions League goal against Chelsea or Galatasaray? Bro, we are at that stage. We
that's
haven't even scored a goal. But
so. The problem is like okay, Chelsea one thing. Then you have Galatasaray. That's a problem on its own
yeah,
because that one, the people in Holland will enjoy that one.
I
You can't
know, bro. I
escape that
know,
one. Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
know,
You
bro.
can't
I
escape
know,
that one.
I know, bro. Look, before or bad form started to happening. So
Hmm.
before the season,
Yeah.
even without the manager choice, I was already like, I don't think we're gonna qualify for even the playoff rounds, but let's get like close to the playoff rounds and let's just um, let the players enjoy, of course, of most of the young players to get experience to next season really trying to do
Yeah,
something
so
in the
you're in the
champ.
same situation as I was when I got
Yeah, yeah.
Pochettino that season. I
But
understand. Yeah, yeah.
this this is crazy, bro. Or technical director,
Mm,
he said in the interview
yeah.
before the Marseille game, he was saying, if he lose 3-0, I'm happy with that result.
You know what it is with Ajax fans and stuff like that. That's cause for that. That's straight fired. You don't have
Yeah,
conversations with those kind of people. Straight fired. Because
yeah, bro.
I said this to Devante the other day as well. I said, "Yo, brother, like you guys have done so much, like to come back with the whole people's pulling the seats and all this stuff that you
Yeah,
have.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Farioli did just about enough and whatever. Cool, you build on that. You don't go downhill instead. So yeah, that was crazy. That was
Yeah,
crazy. I agree.
bro.
Yeah, that was crazy. So
Yeah. And last question for you. Who do you think is going to be the standout player from Chelsea side in this game?
you know what? I'll do an easy option. I'll probably say Esteval. Do you know what I mean? I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, it'll probably be like a Caicedo or something. Like that. You know how these
Yeah,
games are.
yeah, yeah.
That's a player that always performs. But I'll go with like considering that we can score a few goals. I would say Caicedo. Sorry, I would say Esteval.
I see, I see. Yeah, yeah. If it's from Ajax, I hope maybe Oscar Gluck or Yuri Bas maybe have a good game again because
Mm.
Yuri Bas played decent again against Inter as well. Not good against Marseille though. But all right, people. Um, yeah, this was the end of the video. I hope you guys liked it. Like I said in a minute, middle of the video, subscribe. Oh my God, Yasser TV. He's doing really good. A funny guy. Yeah, let's help him. Let's get him to 1K. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe on this channel as well. Slap the like button. Yeah, let's spray. Let's spray. It's not going to be 6-0. Bro, my watch long is called the prayer long.
Yeah, I seen it. I seen it because I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
looking for this stream to send it to people, and then I
Yeah,
realized it's
yeah.
recording because I was gonna send it to the chat just so it can come to your chat. I thought it was live. So,
yeah, no,
but
sorry.
then I realized, okay, it's not that. Maybe it's a recording. So
Yeah.
I remember and I saw it, the prayer along. I said, oh, he's praying. You know?
Yeah.
He's
All right,
praying. But
people. Thanks for watching. Yasser, thanks for being here.
no, come on, bro.
Appreciate it.
Anytime.
Love, bro. Peace out, people.
Peace out.
Alles Kroes out. Heiting out. Hey, leuk dat je nog bent blijven kijken. Vergeet niet te abonneren en te liken. Laters!